Hi, it's Golf Traveler with Denis. I'm once again at Mountaintop. This is part of the big Cedar Golf Complex and just south of Branson that Johnny Morse has created. I'm going to play Mountaintop again today. Now I have a video of hole by hole of Mountaintop, but I wanted to take some time today to show some of the amenities. One of the coolest things is you drive in on this bridge right here. I don't know if you can make out exactly, but in order to get up to the clubhouse, you have to drive over that little bridge. It's so cool. Let me go inside and show you some things that are inside. When you come in, you can see here at Mountaintop, they have a grill. And this is kind of where the cottages they take care. And then you have a nice little pro shop in this area here. As you can see, there's a lot of things to offer there. And of course, this is all with a beautiful view. And one of the things about the view is when you play 13th hole, they watch you because the view is right over hole 13. Here you can kind of see the road as it comes up, and you can kind of see that bridge there that you get to drive up over as you come into the facility. You check in here, they drop off your bags, and then you head down the hill there and park, and they shuttle you back up. I also want to show you this very extensive putting area. There's one here in front of me, but there's also a separate putting area that runs just adjacent to it, and it comes all the way back down through and wraps all the way around the other side. You got a couple of gentlemen and a lady over here putting. So it's one of the more extensive putting areas that you're going to see. You can kind of see some of the course in the background there. That hole right ahead of us, that's a beautiful hole. So Mountaintop in Branson. As we get prepared to play Mountaintop again, this is hole 1. I just kind of wanted to go over a little bit about the setup. You know, here on this course, they provide a cart for you, pretty nice cart. And it's walking only on this 13. But this also houses Ozarks National. A lot of these people to my left here in the golf carts, they're playing Ozarks National. Now Cliffhangers I think comes out of here, but it's so new, I'm not real sure, but all the markings for Cliffhanger are to come to this facility, so I'm assuming it's also the place that houses, you know, the tee times and all that for Cliffhanger. But you know, this is just such a beautiful place and just such a nice mecca for golf. You can see that's Payne's Valley in the distance back there. So I don't believe I'm going to try to do hole by hole, but I do want to make sure you see a lot of the nice features of this course in this video. Now after you leave hole 1 of Mountaintop, you go right across the road down there. And if you see those gentlemen down below us, they're at the tee box of 2. And the green is up there by the sand trap on the right. Now hole 3 then plays in behind that and goes on over in that direction over there, and then works its way back around to the backside on hole 13 of the clubhouse behind me. Yeah, we haven't started yet. We're on the tee box of 1. I just wanted you to see here up at Mountaintop, one of the advantages is that you really get a good view of the surrounding valley and the beauty of this area. And again, that's Payne's Valley way down there. That's quite an expensive course. But this area right in front of us down here is where Cliffhangers is. And that's supposed to be the new course that everybody's wanting to play. That's a green at 2. I showed you 1 and 2 from the other direction. There's the clubhouse on the right. We're about to shoot 3. Now 2 was about 185. 1 was about 85. No, it was about 95. This one's about 145, something like that. And again, you got sand all around you. The key is getting on the green. I parred the first one, getting on the green. Second one, I tripled because I went in the sand. So it's just, you know, the trick is making the green, obviously. Today I'm playing with a couple of young kids. Cosmo I've played with before. And Hayden. No, that's not right. I'll find out. But me and Cosmo have played some together. So, and he can get me on here for half price, which is really nice. I mean, both of us can pay for under $100, whereas normally it's just one person. Here's the green at 3. Thank goodness I'm on. But look at these sand traps, how deep they are. I mean, they're deep, and they're difficult to hit out of. So the key, like I said before, is getting on this green. At least the greens hold. They're pretty good to hold. You know, this is about 145, and I hit my 9, and it stayed on the edge there. So now when we go to take off for 4, it's kind of cool. I'll kind of walk over here. When you finish 3, we're on the green here at 3, then you walk down this little path here to go to hole 4, and you walk across that little canyon area there, and then walk out onto the green over there. So just really a cool, beautiful, beautiful golf course. Okay, here we are on the tee box of 4. Of course, I'm looking back at where we came from. So you can see we played up on that right side. 1 was a little left of the clubhouse. 2 was right there out in front, and 3 came over here. 4 is what we're about to hit. It's a little shorty here, but you can see what happens. You wrap back around, go slow around here, and I can't remember what this is below me. 9, 10, oh, it's 10, I think. And then 11's there, runs there. 12's on over the hill, and then 13 comes back up towards the clubhouse. Now this is 5, and this will give you a good view of this end, because there's 5 you can see, and then there's 6 beyond that in the distance. And then it seems like we go back and down the hill and back around there. I think that flag down that corner may be the flag for 7. And then coming up through there, 8. You can see the box, the green down there at 8. And then there's a tee box of 9. And those guys are, so maybe that is 9 down there, or 10. So I could be off, it could be 1 back there, but it gives you the general idea of how this is laid out here up at Mountaintop. 13 hole, which is kind of cool, par 3. We're looking at hole 5 here. Looking at about 115. He's trying to get the roll down there onto the green. So now we're on hole 8, and things get a lot more dicey. It's like 208 now. So I think I'm gonna hit my 5 and try to get it just right, and maybe come down to that green, something like that, because we got a pretty good wind behind us. Now here's the green of hole 8. I hit my 5, and I ended up, we were 209 out, so I don't know, I must got a good roll. But I ended up actually past the hole right over there on that bank. So, but you know, 209 got a win too. So, oh, great shot by one of the guys I'm playing with. So, but this is hole 8. Now 10's got a little bit of a, we're on a kind of a elevated tee box here, and we got to shoot over across and down with the sand traps on the back and the left. The pin's about 181. I think I'm going to hit my 6 and see if I can reach the green. Now hole 11, the placement of the The hole is going to be a little tricky, as you can see, but it's about 170 roughly. What'd you get, Cosmo?
175.
175, okay. So we're looking at about 175, a little bit of wind in our face, so I don't know. I think I'm going to hit a 7. Maybe a 6, probably a 7. There's where we hit from 11, and so we come down here, and I'm just right off the green there on the right. So I'm gonna have to chip over. The green's a little tricky, but you know, these greens are just so nice and they roll so well that you know you got a pretty good idea what the ball's gonna do. And there's 11 green. If you just swing around here, you'll be on 12. And we got sand on both sides. It's about 165, I believe. So, probably a 7.
Come on, 9. Right on the front right. Good job.
Well, on 12 here, we was 160 away, and Cosmos kept telling me I'm hitting a 9. I said, well, you ain't gonna get a 9 there. And he did, so I hit my 9, and I'm right there. I can't even believe it. Of course, got a pretty good wind, but still, me to hit a 9 that far is crazy. Now there's the green for 12. You walk up this little bit of a hill here. And there is the flag for 13. There's the bridge up there. There's a clubhouse that's up on the mountaintop. This is a mountaintop. And again, it's one of 5 courses that are part of this big Cedar golf complex. There's Payne in the distance, and right down there is Cliffhanger. So it's just a beautiful area for golf. So if you're in the area of Branson, save your money and come down here and play, because you will. I don't believe you'll regret it. I really don't. It's expensive, but man, it's quite an experience. Mountaintop, Branson, Missouri. Well, can't say enough about Mountaintop and this whole complex here that Johnny Morris has built. So I would definitely recommend everyone coming down. And if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to my channel. It's just Golf Traveler with Denis Knight. I'm also going to start a podcast on August the 5th on Tuesday night at 9, and I'm going to run those weekly. So you can always do live chat with me, and we can have some interaction. So join me August 5th at 9 p.m. for my podcast.